The Melbourne Storm led out by Jesse Bromwich, his brother just behind him. It is Old Boys Day at Amy Park, as we've just seen the pre-game presentation, and some of the Storm greats of the last 20-odd years, including Cameron Smith. They're greeting the team as they ran out. Smiles on the faces of the Melbourne Storm, and there's Cameron Munster. How good is that? They're in a good mood, and there he is, Harry Grant, the only player backing up from Origin in the Storm lineup this afternoon. That spine of the Storm is looking very good, Freddie.
Well, it's something they've missed. I don't remember too many games where Pappenhausen, Munster, Hughes and Harry Grant have been in the starting team. And they're obviously without Brandon Smith today, who's been suspended. So not quite the full spine, but a really good chunk of it. And they'll be really grateful today that they're all together.
Well, it is going to be the Canberra Raiders to kick things off. Josh Papali'i, he'll be pumped for a big one, that's for sure. This should be a great contest. The weather not bad at the moment. There has been some storms around Melbourne this afternoon, but it's all okay as we are just about ready for kickoff. It is time for Sunday Footy on Nine's Wide World of Sports. So the Storm still a force in the competition. Can the Raiders stay in touch with the top 8? We're in for a beauty. Let's get underway. And it is Melbourne through Nelson Asafa-Solomona, the first hit up of the game. Adam Elliott, one of the defenders there, along with the two big front rowers for the Raiders. Bromwich gets it up to the 20. Hadariranida in there, along with Woolford. Here's Kenny Bromwich. I'm sure Craig Bellamy would have emphasised the start for Melbourne. Here's Munster, finds Pappenhausen, they're away early. He fires a pass out wide to Meaney that's gone forward. But danger signs there for the Raiders early.
Ricky Stewart would be ropeable all week. Munster on the left-hand side of the ruck, left foot step, right-hand fend. He gets the ball here, dummy, left foot step, right-hand fend. And then Pappenhausen, the ball goes forward. But there's a warning shot to the Raiders. Munster first touched at the game. We spoke about the pre-game, Freddie, Pappenhausen following Munster.
Yeah, the two things he said about Cam Munster was one thing you got to follow him, and the other part was he's a great distraction if he's on the other side of the field. But he knows he's the man, and that just looked too easy. Canberra defence folding backwards. They need to come forward and put a bit of pressure on Cam Munster.
Adam Elliott, solid defence. Josh King, one of those in there, along with Asafa-Solomona. Papali'i backs his way into the Melbourne defence. Good yardage from the experienced front rower. From one to the other, Tapane. Inside the Storm 30. Woolford is looking to his left. He goes that way. Adam Elliott tackled on the last. Chance for an attacking kick here. They go to Jack Whiten. Puts in a grubber. It's a ricochet there. Oh, little kick from Rapana and nearly resulting in a try.
Well, that was brilliant. We've had the luxury of Man United and Leeds playing over in Australia over the last couple of weeks. I think Aston Villa.
Yep.
He did say could have played full forward, not full forward.
They're saying a
Striker.
He could have been striker. What about that touch off the left foot? Just popped it in between the winger and the fullback. They get another set of 6.
Adam Elliott, the Raiders, give it a scare in the opening minute. Now they're applying pressure of their own. Woolford, Tapane. He's wrapped up, stands in the tackle. So hard to get to the ground. Now Woolford, Papali'i with a dummy. Can't get away from Bromwich or Asafa-Solomona. Both Bromwiches are in there. A couple of metres away from the line. Woolford goes here to Hudson Young. And he loses it in the tackle.
on that left side. He very rarely runs a decoy, Hudson Young. If he's around the ball, pretty much always gets the ball. And you can see already, slippery surface, players trying to change angles with their footwork, really struggling. Yeah, close to the line or anywhere in the field. Hudson Young, if he's around the ball, he generally gets it.
It's a tough line he was running. Wolford was coming right to left, and Hudson Young was coming the opposite way. It's a tough pass to nail.
Let's go sideline update on the conditions. Good afternoon, Billy Slater.
Good afternoon, Peter. And as we see the Melbourne Storm get a penalty to come out of their own end. Yeah, as Joey just mentioned, it is quite slippery underfoot. There's been a bit of rain around Melbourne today, even a little bit of hail and clear skies at the moment, but holding the ball will be a priority today. We already saw that combination with Cameron Munster and Ryan Pappenhausen on that left-hand side. They haven't played footy alongside each other for 10 weeks, so they're making up for lost time.
Sofa Solomona with an offload. Grant, Bromwich, Munster, throws a dummy. Hudson Young, Wolford and Elliott there as well. Set restart here too for the Melbourne Storm. Jerome Hughes goes to Kenny Bromwich. Papali'i wrapped the ball up just in time. He was thinking offload.
It's a different looking Storm team already, even after 5 minutes.
Munster, Pappenhausen, Seve. Good defence, Jack Whiten. Good tackle from the Raiders, 5'8". Kafusi, 15 metres away. Harry Grant, Jerome Hughes, Cameron Munster, here they come. Kenny Bromwich for the line. He throws it out, Meaney will score. Well, they did well to stop Bromwich. He got the pass away, Nick Meaney with the first try of the game.
I'm not sure what Fogarty was thinking about. He just peeled off back towards his own try line and gave Kenny Bromwich a clear passage. By the time all the Raiders come in, Bromwich had enough time to twist and move on the Isuzu D-Max replay. Munster goes to the line. Just watch them filing back towards their own try line. Tomoko and Fogarty. And he just twists around and Meaney's got no attention at all. Just sitting there, just waiting for the ball.
Isuzu D-Max replay, he just had to cut him in half. He gets the ball, he came in Bromwich. Just had to go as hard as he can at his hips and chop him down. Really, towards the end, that was too easy. Billy?
There's the ball movement of the Melbourne Storm and their key players getting the football in their hands. The ball goes from Hughes to Munster and ends up with Nick Meaney. He scores the opening try of the afternoon, but that's the key to the Melbourne Storm. Everyone's got an accountability around the key players, but those dangerous players need the footy in their hands. You see here Hughes playing nice and straight, getting it to their most dangerous player in Cameron Munster, and he creates the opportunity for Ken Bromwich. Bit of an opportunity in the end, but the ball needs to go to those key players.
There's the celebrations of the Nick Meaney try. And now it's Ryan Pappenhausen. Look at his build-up. You think he's ready to play the final round at the Open Championship. Moves in, right boot, strikes it. That's a beauty.
Stay behind!
6-0, the Melbourne Storm in front of the Canberra Raiders. Sunday afternoon footy on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Nelson Asafa Solomona fighting in the tackle, so strong. He's King. Gets it out to the 30. Kafusi. get a pass away to Jerome Hughes. It was a good tackle from Sebastian Chris. Jesse Bromwich to Cameron Munster. Pappenhausen to Kenny Bromwich. He's tackled 2 metres short of the halfway. Down the short side. Munster to Pappenhausen. Papali'i there to make the tackle. Jerome Hughes with a kick. Here come the chasers. It's a good take in the end there by Xavier Savage. But Joey, you made the point there a couple of minutes ago. They're doing things a lot quicker and a lot sharper this afternoon.
Yeah, it's funny. You get your gun players back, all the other players around you feel a lot more confident. Munster back, Kafusi back, makes a huge difference.
On the other hand, I think the Raiders' defence, just at the moment, just looks a little bit hesitant. It's not actually working together and not coming off the line quite hard enough. That could change.
Wolford takes off. Tackled by Munster. Here's the last. Whiten. Good purchase on that kick, but Pappenhausen has it covered just outside his own 10. Nick Meaney. No holes there in the Raiders chase. Jerome Hughes goes to dummy half. Here's Dean Eremea. Harry Grant. Marion Seve. Heard that contact on Seve. King. Enjoying life in his, well, it's not a new club anymore, up to round 18, but he's been going very well. Here's Jerome Hughes. Can he get through? Tapane's got him. The cavalry arrives to help out the Raiders front rower, Elliott and Fogarty. Grant, Pappenhausen intercepts. Sebastian Chris is away. They're not going to get to him. Sebastian Chris against a run of play for the Canberra Raiders. Will score under the post.
Well, the Raiders get their first try from their defence. There was a nice tackle a few ago between Jack White and Tapane. And it looked like it was going to change the mood of the Raiders. And I was a bit concerned. Hughes makes the break. They try to play off the back of it. And they pass it straight to Sebastian Chris. Pappenhausen throws the ball with his back to the defence. That's a golden rule on the Isuzu D-Max replay. He had about 80 metres to run, Sebastian Chris. He's quite the speed to Munster chase. Not quite quick enough there, but Billy, you should never pass your ball with your back to the defence line.
Yeah, he turned blind there, Ryan Pappenhausen, but Canberra got rewarded for hanging in there. They were under all sorts of pressure. Hughes went through, and then Harry Grant saw an opportunity on the last tackle, got the ball to his fullback Pappenhausen, and he turned blind and threw the ball. And Sebastian Chris, well, he couldn't believe his luck. So the Canberra Raiders, they're back in this.
Great running style. Moves quick, doesn't he? You were talking the other day about when they're quick, their head doesn't move?
Yeah, just their head stays still.
He was flying.
Jamal Fogarty from right in front, and we're all locked up.
And successful conversion from right in front. We're all square. 6 inch. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah. So they move their arms.
Stay behind, not early.
That was against the run of play for the Raiders, but it's a try to Sebastian Chris.
Stay behind.
And we are all locked up at 6 points all. Fast start to Sunday afternoon footy. That'll certainly give the Canberra side a lift. Papali'i playing it. Tapane. It's outside the 20. Grant down low. Munster and Kenny Bromwich over the top. Wolford, Hatariranida. Good run from him. Gets up over the 40. Wolford, the dummy half. Here's Adam Elliott. Loses his footing, and Nelson Asafa-Solomona wraps him up. They go into Melbourne territory now. Through Papali'i. King and Kafusi, two of the defenders in that tackle. Fogarty puts it high, and it's a beauty. Good luck, Ryan. They let it bounce. Dean Aramia's got it. No one wanted anything to do with that one. That was a monster.
It's the revival of the spiral bomb. They're back. Everyone's nailing it. And Matt Burton, he's set the trend again.
That was huge.
I've seen Fogarty go even for a torpedo.
Hang on, here's Munster. Pappenhausen finds Justin Olam. Here comes the support, but the cavalry arrives for Canberra. Harry Grant still going. He's wrapped up. Jack Whiten's got him. Kafusi, it's the last for Melbourne. Hughes, little kick over the top. The Raiders have got it through Jamal Fogarty.
When Munster's got the ball, everyone has to be on red alert and taking no dummies and be talking. Left foot step, no dummies. That's twice in the opening 13 minutes. They've either overchased or taken a dummy off Munster.
Playing with a lot of energy, Cameron Munster early. He would have to spend 7 days in a hotel room. There he is. Tapane.
You see the Melbourne Storm, sorry, just their attention to detail around holding that ball. Canberra, big offloading team, when Tapane and Papali just watch the Melbourne Storm surround the ball and get their hands on it.
Nick Meaney, he's beating defenders.
A right side defence for Canberra. Just make your tackles. Grab him on that occasion.
It's a set restart too. Don't give too many of those away to this team. Jesse Bromwich now. It's only tackle 2. 10 metres into Raiders territory. Asafa-Solomona, an offload. Grant, Hughes, Kafusi, Seve, little step, he gets through. Oh, Rapana. Tackle that had to be made. Hughes, boy, it was a quick play the ball to Grant. One side of the field to the other. Munster, Bromwich, still going forward. He'll stay in the field of play. Meaney to dummy half. Ryan Pappenhausen, Cameron Munster. Oh, fires an offload. Pappenhausen, Hughes. Jerome Hughes. The ball comes free. Xavier Savage has got it for Canberra. They hung on, but only just.
I don't know how they're holding on by their fingertips. Some really poor one-on-one efforts for some of the defenders. It's like every penalty to Canberra, which will help. Feels like every run they're pulling through the defensive line.
He was lucky not to be penalised for a head-eye on the fullback. He stayed in the tackle too long. Yeah, that right side defence for the Raiders. You can just see Cameron Munster just pointing, just eager to get the ball. You've got to work together.
Papali'i with an offload. Wolford to Savage. Love to see him burst through Xavier Savage. Haven't seen too much of the Raiders play. Keep an eye on their fullback. He is a genuine speedster. Oh, Munster, one-on-one steal. Is there anyone better at it than him?
We spoke about it before the game. He said he wants to run the ball, and he said he'd love to get some one-on-ones. Obviously, we need to send our pre-game show to the Raiders.
Kafusi to dummy half. Here's King. Bang on his back. Papali'i Tapane. That's strong stuff from the Raiders enforcers. Pappenhausen. He's wrapped up. Harry Grant to dummy half. Hattori United doing well there, along with Elliott. Now Bromwich with a step, and he loses it in the tackle there. Jesse Bromwich, and Hattori United has it for Canberra.
That was strange how that ball popped out.
Walford went in, he got his timing wrong. Of course he got his timing wrong. His shoulder hit the ball instead of hitting Bromwich in the hips.
Rapana, he gets a pass away. Hang on, here we go. Jack Whiten's away. He's got support. Tries to run over the top of Pappenhausen, and Pappenhausen's injured here. He's holding it a knee. It's play on at the moment for Canberra. Fogarty puts in a kick for Savage. Nick Meaney's got it, but a penalty here to the Canberra Raiders.
Step to the side. I'm not thinking anything more because Nick Meaney's always going to get the ball.
Oh no. He's had a horrendous run with injury. You can see the pain he's in. Does he twist or is it an impact?
I reckon it's an impact. Yeah.
It's knee on knee.
Mate,
He must have hard knees, Jack Whiten.
we'll have a look at him.
He's,
Oh, that would have hurt.
how that hasn't hurt Jack Whiten.
He's
Well, let's
like-
hope it's only a cork in the muscle and it's not some sort of fracture in the kneecap.
Ryan Pappenhausen holding at that knee.
Well, that'll be the key to stability.
Down to you, Billy.
Yeah, you see Ryan Pappenhausen on the ground. He's got that right knee strapped underneath, and he's only come back for 2 games. And the game that he got injured, he hurt his hamstring, but he also hurt a PCL. And by the look of that strapping, that's that right knee. So that might be a re-injuring of that PCL injury.
He's trying to get up, trying to keep going. It doesn't look like it's all that good there for Ryan Pappenhausen. Canberra got the penalty after Xavier Savage was taken out from the Jamal Fogarty kick when he was chasing through. And Fogarty adds the extras.
Stay behind, guys.
3 minutes to go in the first half. That is a 2-point lead to the Raiders. The ball back to the Storm.
Oh, that's not a good sight. Not just for Melbourne Storm fans, but for any rugby league fan. Ryan Pappenhausen going up the tunnel. Billy.
Yeah, not a good sight at all. He looked in some great form too, Ryan Pappenhausen. Tyron Wishart's gone on the field. He's on the left wing, and Nick Meaney's gone back to fullback.
Well, the outside backs for Melbourne, the injuries, Coates, Jennings, Remus Smith, Anderson, now Pappenhausen. Really light in the outside backs. Offload.
Savage playing it. Papali'i goes short. So Canberra now in front by 2. And no Ryan Pappenhausen for Melbourne. Papali'i. Wolford the dummy half. Fogarty says, let's go high again. And Dean Eremia takes that one very well, and bang, good tackle. Adam Elliott leading the chase. Wishart. He's on the field. He's probably said going to the left wing. Justin Olam looks to wind up. Harry Grant. Marion Seve. Whoa, more strong defence. Jack Whiten with a beauty. Tapane there as well. He's fired up. The Raiders 5-8 this afternoon. King playing it. 10 short of halfway. Here's the last. And Munster says, my turn to go high. Didn't get all of it. It was an awkward one. A good take in the end, and more good defence as well. That time Rapana rattled by Kafusi.
Yeah, I was just going to go to Billy Slater. He was saying Tyron Wishart's gone to the left wing. Mate, I've seen him play hooker. What other positions can he play?
Yeah, quite a versatile player, Freddie. He's played fullback, can play in the centres and even in the halves if needed. So one of those guys that is really handy on the bench these days as Canberra go on the attack down the left-hand side here.
They do. It's Hudson Young who gets away from a couple of defenders there, Billy, but he's wrapped up. Tui Kamikamitha on the field now for the Melbourne Storm. Big opportunity, this one now for the Raiders. Ryan Sutton on there as well now for Canberra. Here's Hadarira Knight, a beautiful pass. Savage, even better pass through the hands dry. And it's James Schiller in his 6th NRL game, scoring for the Raiders.
Geez, they're an awkward team to play, Canberra. If you watch the first 10 minutes, you just thought they didn't turn up. Their defence was terrible. They're all over the shop. They, just looked lazy and uninterested. And all of a sudden, they get a bit of luck, score a try for an intercept. Have a look at this, Harry Nora, back to Savage, Tomoko, and then Schiller scoring his first try in the Isuzu D-Max replay.
Yeah, nice pass here. I thought for all money he was going out the back to Savage. But you're right, Freddie. The first five minutes we're questioning whether they've turned up. Got a bit of ball, bit of field position. And there was a couple of big tackles. Here's Hadarira Knight, gets an offload. Now, was that the last play? Yeah,
Yes,
so Wishart was back waiting for the kick, which opened some space on the outside. Billy?
Well, we spoke so much about the Canberra Raiders record down here in Melbourne, and no team comes to Melbourne and has a positive record but the Canberra Raiders. And the one thing that they do is they know what they're good at. They're very physical, and we saw that in the last set, and they hang in there, and they've got Melbourne exactly where they want them. They've got them in the trenches. They're going to have to dig deep, Melbourne, to get out of this.
Fogarty from out wide. Struck it well. Is it coming around? Oh, yes, it is. A great kick.
Successful conversion from the Canberra's left-hand side. Number 2 on the ball. To the Raiders. 8-1 game. 15.5 minutes remaining. The Raiders 14, Storm 6.
Just wait, guys. Stay behind. Wait.
So the Raiders now in front by 8.
All right, let's go.
14 points to 6. And that kick-off could have bounced anywhere, but just sat up nicely. Earlier this afternoon, the Penrith Panthers were given a scare against the West Tigers. Penrith winning 18-16. James Fisher-Harris with the match-winning try late in that game in his 150th game. Now the Panthers sit 8 points clear on top of the table.
And a lot of the Panthers stars were rested.
Yeah.
So it goes to show the depth and the junior depth coming through out there at Penrith. As a club, they're flying.
And Joey, the last time a team was 8 points clear after round 18 was the Dragons in 1959. Shows how dominant they are.
You go watch it.
No, but our stats man who told us about it, Middo, he was there doing the stats that day. So there's the ladder. Storm can go second today with a victory, depending on for and against, but at the moment, they're trailing by 8. Hughes to Munster. He's having a field day out there on the left. Haven't been able to convert those half chances though yet, Melbourne. Jerome Hughes puts it high. And, well, that's off the arm there of Savage, and Kamikamica has it now for the Storm. It was an awkward one for the young Raiders fullback. Can Melbourne make them pay? Jerome Hughes, that's knocked down. It'll be a penalty, Melbourne.
You start to see Cameron Munster get a bit busier, sweeping around to the right-hand side of the ruck. Savage goes up to the ball, and Mooney puts his elbow and makes contact and puts him off.
We've seen that. It's a penalty, haven't we?
It's a penalty. And Jack Wyden out of position, offside at marker. Yeah, Munster. You can feel something here. He knows he needs to get involved. Start moving all over the field.
Kamikamica, he plays it 5 away from the line. Here he is, Munster. Jerome Hughes, they're lining up. Nick Meaney tries to get through. He almost did. Jack Whiten did well in the end. We're up and there as well. Hughes, lovely pass. Alec McDonald on the field.
He's a good player.
Hughes, Munster, Bromwich, Justin Olam for the line. He gets over, they'll hold him up.
Yeah, nice work by James Schiller. Could see that Olam carries the ball in his left hand. He came flying in, didn't make the tackle, but tackled the ball. Got his body underneath the ball. Great technique.
Munster kicks for Hughes. He'll get there.
Like, really? It was a 30-second play, the ball. Where was the fullback?
Well, the fullback was in the line, but...
Well, in that position, the halfback on the
Jack Whiten.
Jack Whiten has to be folding in behind. And really, you could see it coming. You've got to have the vision to see the threat.
Well, Jerome Hughes he's even giggling at Munster, wondering why it was that easy. And there was a D-Max replay. The Canberra forwards come forward. Jack Wyden moves forward as well. And Hudson Young's the only one that had any premonition that there could have been a kick. Oh, no, it's a knock-on. Oh, yes.
You know, this is one of my pet hates, Frederico.
It's under review for grounding.
We've got slow-mo there. You've got slow-mo.
But you know what?
The game's not played in slow-mo.
Exactly. And we see it in real time.
There's been too much money spent on technology. And the slow-mo is a big part of it.
Sometimes just wish for simpler times.
Yeah. I wish they had leather footballs.
The Dragons in 1959.
Restart.
Breaking news there with Emma Lawrence. Emma.
Really distressing news for the Melbourne Storm and Ryan Pappenhausen, salty. It looks at this stage like he has fractured his kneecap. So looks like we knew straight away he was in so much pain with that collision there with Jack Wyten. So that could likely be another extended period on the sidelines for the Storm fullback.
What are you looking at there, Joe? Fractured kneecap. How long would that be out for?
Oh, about 6 months. They have to wire it. They have to wire it closed.
Oh.
He's had no luck, has he?
That's horrible news. As we said, not just for the Storm and their fans, but for the game as well. He's one of the real excitement machines in the NRL.
Well, looking at the big picture, the Storm with no Pappenhausen, no Remus Smith. You got to say, you're going to climb Everest and win the conference. It's going to be a special effort for this year.
Here's Whiten. Savage. Hughes makes the tackle. Along with Seve. Sebastian Chris. Now Jack Whiten. Here's Tapane. Tell you what, if they score here, Canberra, they'll be hard to run down. Elliott, Fogarty, Hatterira-Nida. Harry Grant wrapping up the ball. There's no offload there from Corey. Zach Wolford kicks in goal area. It's not a bad one. Wishart's got to make a play at it. In fact, it was a very good kick.
Munster's appealing for an obstruction. Zach Wolford looks one way and comes the other. And there's a player that runs through and he looks to pass and then goes in and behind.
It was actual Alec McDonald, I think.
So he comes back at the back of Tomoko.
He opens the space for Wolford to kick.
Oh, no.
Widen.
Bit of rugby league karma there.
Drops it cold.
So a knock on there from Jack Whiten. And 14 points to 6. Canberra in front. Now the magic of the Premiership is that it's real. 16 teams chasing the same dream of Premiership glory. Experience the Premiership live. Secure your seats at nrl.com/tickets. Justin Olam. 10 metres into Canberra territory. Munster throwing dummies, getting away from 1, 2, 3. From the 5th and 6th Canberra player. Eventually stop him and put him on his back.
Well, Adam Elliott was the key defender there. He kept moving from the inside. So when Munster comes off the left foot, he's there. Hughes beats the first defender.
He does, almost goes through. Couldn't find Kafusi on his inside. Last play, McDonald for the line on the last. Can he get there? No, he can't. He'll be stopped. No, here's the last. There is one more tackle.
6 again.
6 again. Munster, Bromwich.
Let's call it forward.
Forward pass to Bromwich.
Knock on by Cameron.
Knock on by Cameron as well.
No, I gave you 6 again.
The 6 again
Sixth
on the last
again on
tackle.
the last play.
Oh,
That's a coach killer. And there was no need for it. They had the defence set. Yeah, the ball floats forward. But do they say the ball wasn't for? When Munster was looking back to the referee, the ball is offload.
but it looked like Munster reacted to a whistle before the ball came back. It's well and truly forward. And so I thought he heard a whistle when he turned his head. Anyway, well, the decision's the right one because the Raiders have got the ball.
And Freddie, you look at the way the game's gone, it's hard to believe that the Raiders, considering the start, have only conceded the 1 try. They're just hanging on in defence, aren't they? Ricky will be happy that it's only 1 try conceded.
Absolutely.
Been
Pretty
some great
desperate.
screaming.
Yeah, been lucky, desperate. It doesn't matter. There's only 6, so that's all that really counts at the moment.
Dean Aramir's got it. Down to you, Billy.
Yeah, big opportunity here for the Melbourne Storm as they get a penalty. Only 7.5 minutes from half-time. They just need to relax a little bit. And there's plenty of points in this Melbourne Storm team as we've seen the opportunities that they've missed in this first half. But if Cameron Munster and Jerome Hughes just settle things down here, it's only, 8 points, the lead, and very gettable.
All right, as the Storm fine touch, we've got a poll on Twitter. Head to our @NRL-on9 Twitter page. Now with Pappenhausen on the sideline, can the Storm still make the top 4? Go there and answer that question on Twitter in our poll.
I think the key to their fullback position has been the players have been at the club. When you have a look at the rotation of fullbacks as they move it out to the left-hand side.
Then Munster goes to Meaney. And Wishart screaming for it on his outside. It almost get there anyway. Almost rolled over the line. Wishart, Munster, Grant, Hughes, short to Kafusi. Kafusi's tackled, 7 away. Grant, 2 tackles left in the set. Kamikamitha had her here tonight, a great tackle. Last play for Melbourne. Munster, Bromwich, cut out pass, Wishart, back to Munster. Tries to weave it in the in-goal area, and Schiller's there for the Raiders.
Yeah, when you have a look at the rotation of the fullbacks, there have been some players that have been at the club and understood the systems. You know, yeah, Billy Slater, Jerome Hughes was there, Cam Munster was there, Pappenhausen, Nico Hines, all spent time learning the Melbourne systems actually before they got the position.
You right, Kenny?
Nick Meaney's there for the first year. It'll be interesting what sort of impact he can make in that position, which I think it's his, I'd say, for the rest of the year.
Yeah, just a head clash, I think.
Is there a head clash here?
So a head clash between Olam and Bromwich.
He just got the arm carrying the ball. Might have been Bromwich there as well.
Stand up, stand up.
Timoko was down as well, but he's okay to play the ball.
My Twitter poll: what noise would you make if you collided heads with Justin Olam?
Oh,
Yeah, something like that.
Use an emoji picture.
Over here, over here, over here.
They have emojis on Twitter.
yeah, they do.
It's really nice, isn't it, Twitter, by all accounts?
Really friendly place.
You get on there for a week or two, Joe.
Yeah, that'd be real nice. I can imagine I'm trending at the moment. On Wednesday night. Does it say trending?
Trending, yeah. Elon Musk gave up buying Twitter when he saw the stuff you copped. Here come the Raiders. Hasn't he had a good start to the game, Adam Elliott. Some good carries, defending well. Tom Starling on the field now as well too for Canberra. Sebastian Chris.
Sharp, isn't he? Quick.
On their left-hand side, they're making some good meters.
Hudson Young. Wrap up the ball. Did well, Eremia then. Rapana, Whiten. Now Elliott, Fogarty, Savage. They're backing away. Tomoko, Schiller! Oh, no, Justin Olam says you're not getting through here.
I think that's his body on body.
The kids at home, this is not how you tackle. Do not lead with your head. Watch this. 3-on-1, the ball goes out and Schiller.
Oh.
That's the rhinoceros emoji. You just run straight into them head first.
Yeah. They're the PNG nuclear subs.
Let's go, Cam. Use the foot.
They don't cost 40 billion, but look at that. Not the technique. Hands by the side and just leading with the head.
Oh, my goodness. You know, in Papua New Guinea in the last couple of weeks, Joey and Freddie, they've just started a mini and mod league for the first time. I hope they're not going to look at their idol this afternoon and say, all right, let's start off by defending like that.
We just started up there.
Yeah, actually, it's a big thing that they've just started organised junior footy, which is great.
That is great initiative. Hello to everyone up in PNG watching. Probably about 90% of the population. They love their rugby league up there. Let's hope in our lifetime there's an NRL team coming out of PNG.
Oh, this one's bouncing away from Savage. He has a juggle and he just gets there.
I could see Olam coming again. So could Savage's ribs.
I think they've been balanced out by a bit of luck there, the Raiders. There wasn't a single jersey coming from the defence line. It was a bad bounce, and the fullback Savage was lucky it stood up a little bit more, but there was about 8 purple jerseys rushing through.
Rapana with the run. Here's Ryan Sutton. Came off the bench this afternoon. And he's lost it.
Yeah, the ball was, they were
I believe he
taking
knocked it on the
a
ground.
one-on-one strip.
On the line. Shot clock on.
And they weren't successful. Bromwich wasn't successful.
Let's
But
go,
as he
guys.
hits the ground,
Oh dear, guys.
I think he actually got it out.
Mind in.
But the ball went
Second
backwards.
nose and lock spine.
And then he went to grab the ball again, Sutton, and knocked it on. Well, they dodged one there, the Storm. I think Canberra were coming to get him, and that set at 6.
Shot clock off. Stay there,
It's been
Jamal.
a funny half a footy.
Hey, guys, wait.
Yeah, very stop-start. The surface, slippery surface.
A lot of the weather too. Billy was talking about raining, sun's out.
Just like-
Now a penalty.
There's been a lot of penalties. What's that, 4 all the penalties? 4-6 to go to Melbourne. Very stop-start game. Both teams struggling to find any flow in their attack. Big minute here.
Well, I'd love a try here, the Melbourne Storm, to get within 2 at half-time. There's a big minute for Ricky's Raiders. It's an 8-point lead is massive for them going into the break. Kamikamitha plays the ball now, 29 away from the line. Munster to Hughes to Meaney, Seve gets away from Rapana. They're knocking on the door here, Melbourne. Grant, Hughes, Munster, here they come, Bromwich. Good tackle.
Plays down.
Kamikamitha, they stop him. He was on the charge, the big Fijian, but he stopped a metre away from the line. Grant, last play of the half. Munster back inside to Hughes. And Hughes throws it out the back. The call of held came, and the siren sounds. It's half-time. And the Raiders with an 8-point lead at the break. Canberra leading Melbourne in Melbourne, 14 points to 6. So Canberra, big second half coming up for them. When the Raiders have led, and they've done so 10 times throughout the season, they've gone on to win 6 of those occasions. Melbourne, when they've trailed 6 times, they've only come away with 2 wins. Emre Gula.
Geez, the ground looks slippery. And look at them trying to accelerate when they get the ball. It's just, no wheels are spinning. Any early change of direction, especially off this dummy half of Starling, you can get out nice and quick.
Here's Gula. It should be conditions that both of these teams are used to. Adam Elliott, he's wrapped up on the last. High kick from Fogarty. Meaney takes it well. That's a good opening set for the half, wasn't it, from the Canberra Raiders?
Yeah, they rolled the ruck. That's the goal early in each half. Get the ball forward, kick it long, go 100 metres.
Your mindset a lot, Joey, was if you saw an opportunity there. Here's a penalty coming, is it? Yep, so penalty here for the Storm. Your mindset was if you saw an opportunity for a 40-20, first set after half-time?
As soon as we got to our own 40-metre mark, it was a quick play the ball and play 3. And play 4, just drive it downfield. Especially that first 10 or 15 minutes. Just gets you into your flow of your attack and your defence. Takes the petrol out of the opposition.
Kamikamitha. Zach Whiten got him down low. Sebastian Chris over the top. Standing a bit wider there was Tui. Here's Nick Meaney taking off. Good yardage from the Storm fullback, replacing Ryan Pappenhausen. Here's Munster. Kenny Bromwich. Matarira Nida has had his measure this afternoon. McDonald's. The future, this young man has got the game. Alec McDonald. Munster puts in a kick. It evades Schiller. Savage has got it. And Munster's got him. Puts him in a touch. Just slung him over the sideline, and Melbourne are going to get the ball back here.
Well, that's playing with instinct. Realise the defence come up past the ball and has enough time to kick behind his own player, Kenny Bromwich. Nice save by Matarira Nida. But Savage is flung over the sideline by Munster. Look at the competitiveness here.
Stay straight, Tom. Tom, straight, Tom.
Well, he gets away there, Savage. He scores. No one was in the backfield. You know how fast he is. 1-on-1.
Oh, steal. That's fantastic from Hudson Young.
He has serious X factor. Against the Knights a few weeks ago, with 30 seconds to go, he got in dummy half and grabbed it for himself and won the game. He just can come up with the unorthodox. That time, 1-on-1 strip, that's a big play.
Here's Matarira Nida. Starling. Whiten. Fogarty. And Young gets away from one. Shrug Jerome Hughes away. Eventually he's wrapped up.
This is what they were doing in the first half, just passing the ball down their left-hand side without much risk, just to make metres. And the Melbourne Storm may need to look at that and maybe come up and put a bit of pressure on the Raiders' left-side attack. Just making metres way too easy.
Last play here for Canberra. Jack Whiten hoists it high. Meaney, good take. And leading the chase there was Sebastian Chris. Injury update, down to you, Emma.
Well, Salty, we saw in the first half that Ryan Pappenhausen went off in a lot of pain after a collision with Jack Whiten. It's a suspected fractured kneecap, but I've just been told by the medical staff he's been taken to hospital and it's likely he'll have surgery as early as tomorrow.
Oh, that's no good. Horrible news for Ryan Pappenhausen. Harry Grant now. Last play here for the Melbourne Storm. Jerome Hughes. Fine bounce there for Xavier Savage. He's wrestled to the ground by Kafusi and Seve. Whiten, they look down the short side. Wrapping up. Whiten the dummy half. Here's Sebastian Chris. On the halfway line, the Raiders. Halfway through the set. Elliott, Fogarty. Nice bit of footwork there from Fogarty.
He had to find a pass then. That was Wishart. He was the winger. Three-man overlap.
Elliott to Whiten. Savage. Nice hands. And Chris, he's wrapped up.
Savage is in the background. He's gone down.
Keep an eye on him. He's the last, and Hudson Young is going to be tackled on the last.
Wait. You got no dummy half. Wait till I get ready. Back here, Jack.
He's a bit winded.
Crowd didn't like that one from Matarira Nida. It was all okay. Around the shoulder, here's Kenny Bromwich.
I think we're all waiting for Munster. I think Melbourne Storm look at their best when Harry Grant's getting out of dummy half. Spoke about the new fullback, Mooney. So that's wrong. Haven't just got that punch with Mooney at fullback, missing Pappenhausen. I think he's the key. Harry.
Munster standing in the tackle. Last play for Melbourne. Jerome Hughes sees an opportunity, puts in a grubber. Still play on here. Gets a pass to Kafusi. He puts it down.
Well, there's an obstruction in that play. If they're going to be consistent, Someone went in to tackle Jerome Hughes.
Jack.
And there was a player in front. I think it was Jesse Bromwich.
Go there. Back here.
They scrambled well. So here's Jerome Hughes, dummies the kick. 16 Elliott goes to go over. He plays to the penalty. But if they're going to be consistent, that should have been a penalty.
Alec, closer. Let's go, Jack. Come on, Jack, let's go.
So Canberra with the ball coming out of their own ends.
Those conditions look tricky. You just saw Jack Wad slip averages going for the ball. Good contact from Munster. Elliott bounces off.
Elliott still going on his own.
Munster's chased him over the other side of the field.
Well, I dare say, Freddie, there'll be a fair bit of chat between the two of them as well. Canberra from one side of the field to the other. Hatawira-Naida to McCall. Tries to break free. Hatawira-Naida. Fogarty. Gula. Now, that's still play on here for Canberra. Sebastian Chris has got it. Gets it out to his ringer, up enough for the corner. Can he get there? Oh, he has.
No.
He has.
No.
He has, Freddie.
No, Pete.
Surely his head's out.
The pass from Hudson
tackle
Young.
five coming
Joey
up
spoke
here.
earlier about the X factor.
We have no try.
The touch
He
is there.
grounds the ball on the touching goal line.
He may well
Clear the
be out
touchline
after
as
all
well.
that.
Geez, he's been a good player. Jordan Rapana. It's like an extra front rower. That Mooney over there in cover.
He's all over him. Look for sure he'll throw that over the sideline.
Watch the
Look
boots.
at the feet. Well, the feet have come back in. Elbow. No.
Oh.
Corner put.
Oh, he's put it on the line.
That was ridiculously skillful, how he stayed in.
Oh, I'll get that. I think I misread that one.
It was a beautiful bit of work from all of them. Jack Wyden, he was facing the opposite direction which he passed the ball and somehow just got it out to go backwards. Then Hudson Young come up with the classy play. Sebastian Chris with a 2-on-1 and Palmer.
Oh, that was close.
Hey, walk forward. That's 0. Okay, 0.
Some impact off the bench. Alec McDonald.
Alec McDonald looks like he's got that strength which you're born with. You cannot manufacture in the gym like a Gordon Tallis or one of those players. He looks incredibly naturally strong.
Joey, last year, as Kenny Bromwich thought about an offload, he was playing Colts for Winner Manly in Brisbane. He was given an opportunity. And here's Hughes.
Well, that was unlucky. We should have got a 6 again there.
Munster, nice pass. Meany throwing a dummy. Eventually he was tackled. Now that'll be a penalty.
You've locked him in with your legs.
Well, that was late in the tackle
mark
count.
there?
Very late.
That was another tackle foul.
They've taken the quick tap. Jerome Hughes. Hughes will get there for Melbourne. Jerome Hughes.
Time off.
And there's a bit going on afterwards that the Storm players don't like, but Jerome Hughes has scored an important try for the Storm.
Hey, Cameron. Marion. Let's go that way, guys.
Bargy there.
Marion, don't hold each other, guys.
Sure, they'll check this one out. If he gets it down, it could
Guys,
well
we've got an
be a
injured player
possible
here. Let's come
8-point
on.
try for the
Hudson.
Storm here. We'll have a look.
It's Hudson Young. Push and shove between
You got
Oliver.
anything there, Joey?
Try awarded.
It was brilliant play by Jerome Hughes. Canberra's discipline once again had been tested. There's 5-6 against them and 6 penalties. Jerome Hughes takes a quick tap. Jack Wyden back to the ball. The show and go. Leaves Rapana defending his winger, and Isuzu D-Max replay. There's no doubt he gets the ball over, and I'm not sure if anything's illegal there.
Nothing happens, really.
Just got to the outside of Sebastian Chris. And Dean Aramia's in there pushing people around. So Hudson Young decides to make a stand. Billy.
Yeah, it was something. If something was going to happen for Melbourne, it was going to be the number 7 or the number 6, and they've both been heavily involved to start this second half. See Jerome Hughes, quick tap. He's been involved all game and scores his first try of the afternoon.
And there was nothing illegal in there after the try was scored by the Raiders. Quick thinking, Joey, the number 7.
Yeah, and the Canberra Raiders players, they turned their back. We spoke about in the first half when Pappenhausen turned his back to pass. Same in defence, he just cannot switch off and turn around. He looked up and saw it, Jerome Hughes, and backed himself.
Well, they're bound to get caught out. There's that many inconsistencies with what they're doing at the moment, the Raiders. It felt like only a matter of time. Their disciplines are poor. They're missing plenty of tackles. Their desperation has been the thing that saved them.
Nick Meaney to make it a 2-point ball game. Across the face, no goal. So Melbourne
Stay behind, guys.
with the first points of the second half.
Stay behind.
The Raiders still leading by 4. This kickoff is going very, very deep.
Oh, no,
he took it, then put his foot out.
No, he's got that all wrong.
That's pretty clear for me.
Didn't plant the foot in time, Nick Meaney.
It was up, Nick. Then he put it down.
Yeah, well and truly up. Kama Kamith was in a perfect position to call that. You could imagine he wouldn't have said much.
He's trying to sell it to him.
I used to love watching Toddy Payton, the Cowboys coach. He would have taken those on the run. He was brilliant at it.
Mate, he was a halfback in the front by his body.
Arina's a great wicket keeper, actually, in cricket.
I couldn't imagine Tui as being a wicket keeper too often.
And once again, somehow the Raiders are back down the Melbourne end. Look like they're on a charge.
So big chance here for Canberra. Jack Whiten. Here's Sutton. 22 away from the line, halfway through the set here for the Raiders. Starling, Fogarty, Hadariranida. Starling the dummy half. Emre Gula, Ryan Sutton, Jamal Fogarty. Here's Jack Whiten through the hands. Sebastian Chris couldn't find his winger and he's wrapped up. Last play here for the Raiders. Whiten puts in a kick up. There he is, Jesse Bromwich. And just talking about a wicket keeper. There's your first slip. Might want that kick again. No. Dean Aramea.
He looked like he second-guessed himself. Sort of went to grab her and sort of pulled back on it. Had no strength on it. Big tackle there. Starling underneath.
A lot of those kicks now, Joey, when they're in that position, they really boot it and get some speed out of it, not be delicate because you're going so crossfield. There's a lot less risk of going dead.
Munster on the last. Savage. Threw a dummy, but there was no one there he could have passed to. And that's a good chase from the Storm. Now it is Crazy Sock Round in the NRL. Raising awareness for the Men of League, doing great work in the rugby league community. Socks available for purchase at menofleague.com. And if you want to find out more about the work that Men of League do and find out about different events that they've got around the country, there's the Raiders Crazy Socks. Head to their website, menofleague.com. Here's a kick from just outside the 20. It's a booming kick from 20 to 20 from Jack Whiten. And Nick Meaney tackled just outside his own 30.
You kick early, you got to back it up with a really strong defensive set, but your discipline has to be first class, which they're doing at the moment, the Raiders.
Good shot from Emre Guler on Tui Kamikamica. Bromwich playing it, Grant to dummy half. Cameron Munster's got it now for Melbourne. And Emre Guler's got him. Two good defensive reads there from the Raiders forward. Jerome Hughes. Here's a test for Savage. He takes it well. He had pressure from a teammate.
One thing about Sat, he backs himself. Saw in the first half there was players everywhere, and he flew. Same that time. It's great to see a fullback like that commit and just go for the ball.
Great
Here's a
pass,
quick shift. And Sebastian Chris, is he staying the field of play? He has. How did he do that?
What a pass, Jack White. That is on so often. There's so much space coming out of trouble. I just see players are so hesitant pass.
Well, that's been a real advantage, Joey. That left-hand side, they've made plenty of metres coming out of trouble.
Kick downfield. Wishart. It's a good kick in the end. And he's tackled just outside his own 10.
Well, they've won the last 5 minutes, Canberra. The Storm, well, they received the ball. Their first tackle was on about the 35 a set ago. Now it's back on the 10 metres. Oh, he just pops it out of his right hand.
There's Ricky Stewart on the sidelines. Oh, good shot on Marion Seve. They have lifted here, the Raiders.
They're going to look here for a high shot. He hasn't moved.
He's not moving.
We'll have a look at the replay here, Marion Seve.
It's a high shot from Rapana. He hits him flush.
He hasn't moved here, guys.
This may even be a sin bin.
Just talk through what happened there, Joey.
Oh,
He's cold before he hits the ground.
I've got it.
Not a send-off. Big chance for a sin bin.
Just go and stand over there, guys, Canberra.
well, 14-10. Canberra in front.
He's going to go to the bin. He's going to go to the bin, so we'll drive him off. There's heavy contact there. Yeah. No, nothing more than that. Yeah.
So the Raiders are in a huddle, and you'd say that it'll be 13 on 12 for the next 10 minutes at least coming up. And Jordan Rapana in a bit of trouble.
If there's one team you don't want to be down a man, it's Melbourne. Their set plays, the way they execute when they've got overlaps.
So if Jordan Rapana is sin bin, and he is, and he's put on report and he's sin binned, and what it does do, it does make it 13 on 12, but it does activate now the Storm 18th man in Chris Lewis. who can come onto the field, because they'll lose a player now in Marion Seve for the game. But Jordan Rapana coming from the fields.
Does it count as an interchange?
It looks like Josh King is going to be the player that will come on the field, and then Chris Lewis will be available on the bench.
Just with the HIA, if you don't come back on, it's counted as an interchange. It'd be interesting if we find out the ruling for that.
Down to you, Billy.
Yeah, with someone going to the sin bin from foul play, it won't be an interchange. And Cameron Munster and Jerome Hughes have looked really dangerous against 13 men. They're going to look extremely dangerous against 12 here. Big period of the game.
So no Pappenhausen. Wishart went to the wing, Mooney to fullback. Now they've lost another winger. And Josh King went on. I think Kafusi will go to centres maybe on that right side. Yeah, Kafusi's tapping the ball. He's going to centre.
So 13 on 12, and the Melbourne Storm might be down by 4. They'll ask plenty of questions now. Munster through a dummy. Hudson Young and Joe Tapane in there to make the tackle. Bromwich goes to King. 19 metres away from the line, halfway through the set. Munster. Bromwich.
Watch out for Grant.
Harry Grant.
Everyone's thinking about everyone else. He's the danger.
Munster now, last play. Kenny Bromwich. Well, James Schiller knocked that one down, but he saved the try in doing so.
We spoke before about how Melbourne execute when they've got an overlap. Have a look at their execution here. Justin Lolm goes through the space. Kenny Bromwich out the back. And if it wasn't for Schiller blatantly just getting in between the passing lane, that was a certain try. If he just dummies and goes there, he knows he's been bluffed. You'll get another chance.
And Melbourne with the scrum feed. Options both sides of the scrum. Bromwich feeds the scrum. Hughes feeds the scrum. Now it's Hughes. That's strong defence on Jerome Hughes. Harry Grant. Kenny Bromwich. 10 away from the line. 21 minutes remaining. Grant, Munster, throwing dummies. He's going to be stopped by the Raiders defence. They're asking some questions here now, the Storm. And there he is. You called it, Freddie. The danger man. The Raiders defenders were looking at everyone else. And Harry Grant said, thank you very much. Goes on his own and level things up.
Yeah, that was really easy. That was too easy. The markers there, they had to be watching Harry Grant. Tarpany, he's not even looking. On the Isuzu D-Max replay, even Hadawira and Naira, got to be aware of Harry Grant there. That was too easy.
And once again, on the back of some poor discipline from the Raiders, they started to win the field position battle, and all of a sudden, a careless tackle, someone in the sin bin. They were lucky to save a try only a minute earlier when Bromwich got the ball knocked down, and then Harry Grant just taking the advantage of some distraction. Have a look at this beautiful work. Dummy's right. Well, he doesn't even have to dummy. He does it all with his feet and just burrows under. Billy?
Yeah, it was a little bit from both players. Joey Tarpany was just too close to the play the ball. Couldn't actually see Harry Grant, and Hadawira Naida, well, he was just way too wide, that close to the try line. With someone like Harry Grant and his speed, you got to tighten up that situation.
Nick Meaney to put the Melbourne Storm in front. And the home side leads by 2. Melbourne 16, Canberra 14. They score with the one-man advantage. And still a tick over 19 minutes to go. Now, we had that question on Twitter at NRL on 9 with Pappenhausen on the sideline. Can the Storm still make the top 4? The results are in. Yes, 44%. No, 56%. So what do you think, Joey?
Oh, I totally agree. I don't think they can make the 4. I think they may drop out.
There's their next 7. They run home.
They've got 2 games at home, 5 away.
I think it'll come down to the last 2 games. And they're playing the Roosters and the Eels. I think those will decide whether they make the top 4.
All but 2 of those games against top 8 sides. Yeah.
Hard running.
The Roosters are very similar. All but 2 top 8 teams. And so their last 2 games will be Melbourne and then South in the last game. That should be the opening of the new stadium, Allianz Stadium. Coming along beautifully.
Yeah, it's looking good. So still 5 minutes and 20 seconds left. And Jordan Rapana in the sin bin. Whiten, they need a big kick from him. He delivers. Meany pops a pass to Wishart. He finds Dean Aramea. And they're looking up the ante now, the Melbourne Storm. Wishart to dummy half. Oh, flick pass, and it's a beauty to the centre, Kafusi.
Getting chased by a front rower, Tarpanay.
Here's Nelson to off of Solomona with some ball work. Back to Hughes, now Meany, now Grant. Munster, Kenny Bromwich. He couldn't get a pass away. They're all getting a touch. Justin Olam out of dummy half and puts it down.
Playing out of there, guys.
Well, that was like that game Joe used to do at training where the forwards were the backs and the backs become the forwards.
Yeah, it's called full moon footy.
Look at these 2 speedsters.
I like Nelson's play here. I don't know what Nelson was doing. He goes for a hit up on the next play. It was like a 2-metre pass. They do a run around. Didn't hold anyone up. Here we go. Yep. Yeah.
Nice.
I reckon Nelson's always thought, geez, I'd like to do one of those run around plays.
Amy Park looking good from above.
Offside.
Oh, offside penalty. Canberra will like this one.
A bit of back chat too.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, they can play this right here, the Raiders. They get down in Melbourne's area. And a big kick from Fogarty in the goal. They can run out the clock on Rapana's sin bin.
So Canberra. It's Molko. Matt playing the ball. Been kept quiet this afternoon. Starling. Adam Elliott now. Tackled by King and Grant. Starling. Jack Whiten. Joe Tapane. Only a couple of minutes away from it being 13 on 13 again. Papali'i. He's tackled. Jordan Grant in there, making the tackle. Grant there again. 2 in a row as it came back towards where the play the ball was. Sutton playing it. Here's Fogarty. Puts in a kick. Meany's got it. Gets in the field of play. Fogarty makes the tackle.
And by the sock.
Well, the Melbourne defence did a great job. The right side rushed up that quick. Just gave Fogarty nowhere to kick. Ended up going for the unorthodox kick and putting it back towards the goal post. And Meany was standing perfectly in position. Great way to defend a kick.
Solid hit on Wishart.
That's a cork. He's limping off in the background.
Hughes from inside the 40. He did well there. Schiller scored his first try in his NRL career. Says, get out of here too.
He's played well.
Munster.
Scored a try. He saved that try with the knockdown. Brought the ball back strongly. Ran over the top of Munster that time.
Good afternoon, everyone in Young watching this afternoon. That's where James Schiller is from, 21 years of age. Jack Whiten gets away from a couple of Storm players. Now they're 10 metres into Melbourne territory. Young plays at the Chris. Here's Fogarty, Papali'i, Tapone. He gets an offload away. Good hands. Xavier Savage can't get through. Starling. Now Fogarty. Elliott. Tomoko. Here he is. Schiller. Puts in a little kick. He might regather. Oh, yeah! What a try! James Schiller. Spectacular.
You're going to look whether he's... Does he get back into the field to play
he's
for
back
him?
in, without a doubt. He knew the rules. He just tweaked it ahead, realised he ran around his opponent and had to go outside the field, realising he had to come back inside the field to score the try on the Isuzu D-Max replay. Tomoko, nice pass. Plenty of time to think about it here. Puts a little bit of an angle on the kick, gets his feet back inside the field of play and plants it just before the dead ball line. That is brilliant.
That's as good as it gets. Watch this. Shapes it in off the instep, gets it around the corner post, gets his feet in.
Oh, yeah.
What a try.
Oh.
Well done.
But you can see the genetics come through there. Billy Slater, cousin of, or nephew of Brett Mullins. One of the legends and lunatics. Billy.
For the big price at the yearling sales, he would. James Schiller, I tell you what, run the ball on the last tackle, down to 12 men. They're still threatening the Canberra Raiders. They hold no fears at this venue. Got a positive record here, the only team in the NRL with a positive record down here at Amy Park. James Schiller, what a beauty.
How many of them you seen, Bill, where someone's had to run around the corner post to score the try?
Got his feet back in the field to play nicely as Jamal Fogarty lines this up from the touchline. We're right behind.
That was so good.
Here's Fogarty. The Raiders are back in front. Currently it's by 2. Can he make it by 4? He struck it beautifully. What a kick, Jamal.
Stay behind.
So the Raiders in front by 4. What a highlight James Schiller has given us. And we're 13 on 13 now. And Rapana, in his first touch after coming back in the sin bin, has he been taken high here?
Well, he's got one in the head.
Yep, from Nelson, he's a Kiwi teammate.
Oh. On the shoulder.
That's a big shoulder.
Well, under normal circumstances. Yeah.
Nelson, on report.
Nelson, the Sofa Solomona, on report. On report, Nelson. It remains 13 on 13.
It must be hard being that big and trying to avoid contact.
On the line. Stay there, Darren.
He's just so tall, Nelson.
Well, let's take you sideline. Emma Lawrence with another injury update. Emma?
Salty Marion Seve has passed his HIA after that high shot from Rapana, and he's now back on the field for the Storm.
Well, that's a plus for Melbourne.
Well, that must have meant it was a level 2 HIA.
Jordan,
He's come back on.
the injury surveillance
Who's
doctors asked for the game to be stopped. And tackle 2 there.
Now the bunkers got involved here, Joey, with Jordan Rapana.
Well, that's the end of Jordan Rapana's night, with only 10.5 minutes to go.
And Freddie, it should mean that Albert Hopewade will come on the field here. He's 6th NRL game, 5 of them for Manly. His club debut this afternoon, the son of John Hopewade.
Your foot.
Great moment for the family. Sure, Hopper and the whole family's watching.
This third son now to play NRL. Well, he's already played for Manly.
Club debut this afternoon. And a fair few injury early in his career. There's an offload from Tapani to Whiten. Now Young fends away Hughes.
Once again, searching down that left side for metres.
Young plays it. Papali'i, Tapane, Fogarty, Gula. Canberra leading by 4. We're inside the last 10 minutes. Last tackle kick. Here's the contest. Meaney takes it. And then Papali'i and Starling take him.
Well, Schiller's down in the background. He needs to get to his feet quickly.
He had a collision with Mooney. They got tangled up. They have to stop the play, don't they?
Well, Cameron Munster goes straight down that side.
They have to
And the trainer has to call for it.
and there's
Now
another,
someone else, I think it was
another
Josh
play.
Lee. He's down in the background as well now. He's split.
And he goes Justin Olam. Play will continue. Canberra 2 down in the defensive line. Oh, there you go. There's Papali'i. Hughes. Savage. Eventually has that one covered. There's a penalty here.
Well, I think Canberra Raiders,
That's unnecessary there.
I think he's got a penalty, but Jerome Hughes was pushed in the back. He was the one on the ground.
Here's Schiller. Does he twist his ankle here? Oh,
Yeah, right
Yep.
there, left ankle. Well, the Melbourne Storm have got the penalty. Just watch Jerome Hughes as we watch the kick go up. You'll see Jerome Hughes in the background
well, Josh Papali'i, he had a
hit
hit.
the deck.
Oh, really? Please.
Well, once again, now this has been something that has really snuck into the game. A lot of taking people off the ball in the background. There wasn't much to that. Billy?
Yeah, all that carnage was right in front of us down here. James Schiller, he still has not moved. He's down on the ground with the trainers, and Josh Papali'i only a couple of tackles later. He's got that blood coming from his head. But it was all happening, and you can see the experience of Cameron Munster. He was straight down this left-hand side of the Canberra Raiders defence.
So running repairs here for Josh Papali'i.
If he wasn't on the field, I'd be playing on.
That's bad luck for James Schiller.
I'd like to, but then, you know, what'll happen? We'll run down there and something
So
will
he's
happen.
coming from the field here.
So Albert Hopewade is on the left wing. Oh, that looks... Yeah, that'll be a syndesmosis.
Thank you, Dr. Johns.
You got the last one, right?
He certainly did.
He's had most injuries, Joey. Not always on the footy field.
You need a checkup, Salty?
Pass. Here's Bromwich. Big moment of the game. Here's Munster. Olam! Can he get there? They've held him up again. Justin Olam, he's short. Hughes, the Sofa Solomona. Now Hughes. Bromwich.
They had to be short on the left-hand side because everyone was around the rucks. They've adjusted at the moment. Grant
To Munster, that's knocked down. And Melbourne will get the scrum feed here. They're asking some questions, Freddie, but this Canberra defence.
The doctors asked for the game to be stopped for Josh Papali. It's going to be a scrum.
So Josh Papali'i.
Well, Josh Papali'i he collided heads with Justin Olam.
Now he's got to do a HIA test.
And even with a head that size from Josh Papali'i.
You said
Salty,
that.
yeah.
You said that.
Justin Olam, he didn't feel a thing. He thought it was a fly behind him. Or did he get the ponytail
cornrow.
on the cornrow?
Yeah.
Oh, that's opened up. Look at that. That's for a split.
I'm not sure
there's only one winner.
Blue isn't going to win there.
There is only one winner if you collide heads with Olam.
That could be an injury from hair. On Thursday night, what a game. Parramatta against the Broncos. That will be a beauty. Here's Melbourne now. Nelson Asafa Solomona stopped. Under 8 minutes remaining. 4-point lead for the Raiders. Jerome Hughes. Cameron Munster. Here's Justin Olam. Set restart for the Storm. Olam plays it. Harry Grant. Cameron Munster. Drifting. Now tackles.
There's a late adjustment there by Xavier Savage. Munster looked like he had some space down the blind, but he filled it in.
Harry Grant takes off out of dummy half. Bromwich to Bromwich. Jesse to Kenny. Halfway through the set. Grant. Asafa Solomona couldn't get the offload away. Emre Gula got there and wrapped his arms around the ball. Harry Grant, Jerome Hughes. Now Nick Meaney to Kafusi, and Felice will be tackled. Last play. Jerome Hughes kicking.
Stop it.
Pick up Adam Elliott.
Second slip.
Oh, stand and applaud, Raiders fans. It's a penalty. Adam Elliott, what a special effort that was, considering the condition. Oh, it's on.
Oh.
Hudson Young's in there.
Again.
He's always around the action.
Well, Kamikamitha, after the bell had gone, just dragged him and threw him to the ground. And Hudson Young didn't appreciate it and hoiked the ball at him.
Back here. We're going back to the penalty back there.
Down to you, Billy.
Yeah, well, Joey, you mentioned stand and applaud Raiders fans. I tell you what, this goal line defence for the Canberra Raiders, there's been some desperation shown here tonight, and this one is certainly not over. The Raiders are up 20 points to 16. They're fighting for this one, and they're fighting for their season.
What are you seeing in Melbourne, Billy? Is it just the unorthodox defence and play of Canberra that are putting them off tilt, or?
Oh, there's no doubt that they've dragged them into the trenches. There's plenty of points in this Melbourne team. They've been quite unlucky not to get a few more tries, but applaud the Canberra Raiders. Their defence has been desperate, courageous, physical, and they've certainly earned this lead. They've still got 5 minutes to go.
Adam Elliott, he's been the best player on the field.
Hasn't he been good?
Actually, both back rows have been good. Hudson Young.
Yeah. Got a really good forward pack, Canberra. Really good, well balanced.
Here's Papali'i. Starling, Nagula. Oh, good run.
They're rolling through the middle of the moment.
A try here will almost seal it for the Green Machine. Tapane gets to the Storm 20. Starling to dummy half. Now Jack Whiten puts in a kick for Hudson Young. Nick Meaney better hurry up. Oh, forget about Hudson Young. Here comes Xavier Savage. The speed from the fullback. Try. That's brilliant.
Fired out of a cannon. Where did he come from? I was watching Hudson Young.
Came from the Yarra.
And beautiful play, Jack Whiten. Gets the ball, goes to the line, which brings up the defensive line, especially out wide. Isuzu Dimac's replay. Gets the ball through. Hudson Young's there. And look at Xavier Savage's speed. Does he get the ball down cleanly? Nick Mooney was defending on the other side. They had no fullback at home. Looks like he smashes it through the ground.
Geez, they have great deception now, Joey, how quick they put the ball to their foot. Jack Whiten had the ball in two hands. Looked like he was going to use his outside men. And as the defence approached, just dropped it onto his foot, actually threw it onto his foot, but somehow just puts it through delicately.
Uh-oh.
Ashley's going to the
review for
Joey.
Over to you, Joey.
Okay, let's watch it. We'll watch it super slow and then just watch it in real time.
Well,
And let's look at the in real time. They're going to take this off.
that won't be a try now, so they've got 4.5 minutes.
And a 7-tackle restart. Billy.
Yeah, well, that's 1-1. Jerome Hughes had one taken off him in the exact same situation in the first half.
Look at
Like
this
you
in real
say,
time.
it's 7 tackles here.
Stay on the line.
Melbourne Storm need to get in their structures, find their lanes. And the key men need to get the ball.
It's not impossible to score those tries with the technology without the ball moving out of your hands if it's not on the ground.
Well, you really have to grip it and place it down.
Or go the other way and just wait till the ball, time it so the ball is on the ground when you're reaching out.
Here's Melbourne with a shift. Dean Eremea.
Great tackle.
And who was there?
Adewira-Nara.
Yeah, he's been there all day, hasn't he? Here's Seve. Reaches Canberra's 30. Harry Grant, Jerome Hughes, Cameron Munster. Now Nick Meaney gets away from 1, 2. Can't get away from Gula. He's terrific off the bench.
He's been great, hasn't he, Gula? That was an important tackle.
Munster, Hughes, Sofa Solomona. Thought about the offload, but couldn't get it around Papali'i. Now Harry Grant takes off. Here goes Jerome Hughes. And he's over.
Has he dropped the ball? He's out cold.
Well, I'm assuming too, if this is a legal play,
There's high contact.
yeah, but that's
believe there is high
what Ashley
contact.
Klein was saying, that it could
Right,
be a
Grant, we're on the
penalty
sixth
try.
tackle. I have no try. Now we're looking at any high contact and possibly even a penalty try.
Well, high drama, a lot to look at. And if it is a penalty try, importantly to point out that kick from in front.
Well, it's no penalty at all.
No.
No penalty. It was just desperation from Xavier Savage comes across. Now he ducks under some defenders, Hudson Young, and they put an arm out or a hand.
Well, it doesn't look like his head's been contacted with at all.
What about Xavier Savage?
Xavier Savage, it's just body on the
Wow.
line.
I'm not sure where.
No, it's not gone over the goal line. Over.
What an effort.
Oh,
what an effort.
Well, I'm not sure how he's been knocked out. He might have to go into the HIA now as well. A similar thing happened to Jordan Rapana. Ducks under, ball knocked out by Savage.
Well, there's no real knock to the head there. Whether he's been is it NIDA, the acting place? Pretty sure he'd failed if he went there. Jerome Hughes.
Well,
but if he lays down like that, obviously he has to come off.
Needs to go off. That's in the grade 1.
So just over 3 minutes remaining. What about that defensive play from Xavier Savage, the young fullback. Hopawade. 9 news to follow the conclusion of this exciting contest in Sunday afternoon footy. Canberra looking to keep their season alive. They're leading by 4. The Storm haven't lost 3 in a row since 2015. And the Raiders are headed for 4 wins in a row at Amy Park.
Well, both of those are incredible.
Elliott, the juggle. Now he's tackled, 20 away from the line. Starling, Fogarty puts in a kick. Here's the contest. It's knocked back, still there with Canberra to get over the line. And held up.
Well, it's been called a knock-on from Jack Wyden. So there's 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Now we get a captain's challenge.
Here. We're on the 6th tackle. The challenges from the Raiders. I've ruled knock-on by Jack Wyden.
I'm not sure why they would do that, considering they've been held up and Melbourne get the ball in the same position. So it could be a knock-on from Meaney. Might be a great call.
Well, who's touched it first?
Well, because he's actually said Jack was knocked on, so it really comes down to who touches it first. With the video, the bunker might say that Wyden has actually propelled it backwards.
And Meaney knocked on?
Well, he just said that the ball went backwards, so if Meaney gets a touch.
Okay, still a knock-on by you.
No.
Because of the evidence, it's not conclusive.
So inconclusive evidence, and Melbourne have the ball on their own 10-metre line. And Jordan Ruppin has come from the field. He's passed his HIA, so he's back on. Under 2 minutes remaining. Bromwich. Storm got just under 80 metres to go if they want to level this game. Meaney. He's wrapped up by Wyden.
Yeah, great defence. They all worked together, the Raiders. Didn't panic.
Munster. It was Sofa Solomona. Papali'i in there along with Gula. Harry Grant to Cameron Munster. Short to Bromwich. Last play. What can they produce here, Melbourne? Jerome Hughes puts in a grubber kick. And back there to save the day for the Canberra Raiders. Is that Josh Starling? It is.
Tom Starling. Great job by Tom Starling. Had the speed to not only shepherd Jerome Hughes from chasing his own grubber, but also to accelerate and dive on the ball. Not many hookers or forwards, for that matter, that have that type of speed.
Yeah, well done by Tom Starling.
With a minute to go, a smart set of 6 here could nearly see the game out.
40 seconds remaining. Tapane takes a hit up. 30 seconds left. It'll be a memorable victory for the Canberra Raiders. Another victory at Amy Park. Last play. Melbourne might get 1 tackle. High kick. Jerome Hughes gets a pass away to Eremia. He beats 1, 2, 10 seconds left. Canberra hanging on. Seve to Hughes. Now Bromwich. Meaney. Wishart. Cameron Munster. Harry Grant. Jerome Hughes. Had an overlap, it looked like, on his outside. An NFL pass, it's still alive. Munster throwing dummies. Still alive. Olam. Everyone's getting a touch. A flick pass from Nelson. Then a kick from Wishart. Canberra's got it. It's a penalty.
What for?
It can be challenged. It can be challenged.
Penalty.
Yes.
Saying he
Shoulder charge.
hit him after he kicked the ball.
Okay, Grant, we've got a captain's challenge from Canberra. They're disputing the decision of Josh Papali taking out Tyron Wishart.
Oh, taking out Tyron Wishart. Josh Papali'i. Here it is.
He moves a little bit.
Well,
He runs into
you're
him.
allowed to move. Well, given it's 4 points, Melbourne still need to score a try. He said Papali'i.
Jesse!
I think the challenge is successful.
Okay, that's been reviewed, mate. The challenge is successful. There's no penalty there, so it's going to be game over.
So full time, challenge successful from the Raiders. Full time, Canberra 20 have defeated the Storm 16.